Tonight I'm joined by Flight Sergeant Frost. Hello Flight Sergeant.
Hiya.
First of all, tell us when you joined the Air Training Corps.
I joined the Air Training Corps in January 2010.
Excellent. What was the main reason that you wanted to join?
I wanted to go in the Air Force, so as soon as I was 13 I joined straight away.
Okay. Was that something you were already interested in, joining the Air Cadets, or was it once you found out about the Air Cadets that you then wanted to join the RAF?
I knew the RAF first, and then I thought I wanted to get an insight of what it'd be like, so I wanted to join some sort of military organisation, and I joined the Air Cadets.
Good. What was the main thing that stood out to you about the Air Cadets that you really like the look of?
It's very, very professional. I like the way it's run. I come to Cadets and I think it's very well organised, the activities we do, and I feel it's put me in good stead for the future.
So as you know, there's a massive variety of activities you can do and different opportunities. Now, most of them you've actually attended and carried out because you've been here for a while. So, band, let's go there first. How many different instruments have you played?
Three,
okay. So, I know the bugle and the snare. What else was there then? What was the
tenor.
Tenor?
Yeah,
okay.
And then obviously
Which one did you learn first?
The bugle.
Bugle.
It was one of my first ever nights in civvies.
Which is harder to play?
The bugle.
Bugle.
People think it's the snare because the way it sounds, but I personally think the bugle's hard.
Another activity is sport. I know that you've been to a lot of occasions, whether it be at this squadron or actually attending on behalf of the squadron. How many different kinds of sports would you say that you've attended as part of the Air Cadets?
Mainly, well, athletics, football, swimming are the main ones that I've done.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what's the highest that you've managed to progress up through? So you would have, the progression would be squadron, wing, region, and then to corps. So what's the highest that you've managed to get? Region. Yeah. Okay. What sport was that or event?
That was athletics.
Athletics.
Yeah.
Do you remember what event?
Yeah, it was long jump.
Long jump. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was long jump.
Okay.
And it's not something I do in my free time. When I was a cadet, it was about 4 years ago when I was a cadet, I got volunteered to do it because it was the only one left. I did it and I found out I could jump further than I thought.
Shooting is another activity that you can do in the Air Cadets.
Yeah.
How often have you been shooting? How many times-ish?
About 6 times. I've been on a few shooting weekends as well. It's not. I've tried to get marksman. I'm not gifted in shooting. I've tried purely because Flight Sergeant Holder's got the badge, so I got the badge. I've tried. I've never been able to get a badge, but I do enjoy it. Yeah, but it's not something I'm good at.
Okay. Could you describe the experience, what it feels like when you are shooting?
It's surreal. When you think you're actually holding a live ammunition, it is surreal. Then you're in a serious situation, but at the same time you enjoy it and it feels good.
And it's all safe as well?
Yep, all safe.
Now, obviously, the main thing the Air Cadets is famous for is flying and gliding, hence the name. So, do you remember the first time that you went flying?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. What year was that?
That was my first year, about 9 months in.
Yeah. Okay. How did you feel before actually attending on the day? When you were told that you were going to be going flying, how did it feel?
As a 13-year-old, felt like Christmas the night before. I was really, really excited, and it was even better than what I thought it was going to be. The fact that you actually get to have a go at flying, that was really good.
And it's crazy to think that you actually take control on your first lesson, rather than just sitting there and letting the pilot actually.
Yeah, when I learned to drive, I didn't even drive a car on my first lesson, and I got to drive a plane before. I got to fly a plane before I drove a car, which is, when you think put it like that.
Yeah, it is. It's a fantastic opportunity. When were you promoted to corporal?
In late 2011.
Okay.
Late 2011.
What do you believe that got you that promotion?
My first year and a half, I'd like to think, since I've been in the Air Cadets, but I attended absolutely everything I could go to, and that's something I would definitely say cadets to do. You need to be everywhere. You need to stand out from the crowd. I always made sure my uniform was top notch. That's personally, I would never do anything unless I knew I was going to do it. in a really good way. So yeah, attending everything, my appearance, cadets, and attendance on parade nights as well.
Would you say that that is still the same case for promotions above that, so to Sergeant, Flight Sergeant?
Yeah, again, you've got to stand out, and obviously at our squadron, NCOs get given terms and references, and when I was a corporal, I was in charge of uniform.
Yeah, so like a job description, that would be.
Yeah. So I was in charge of obviously the uniform, so I did uniform inspections all the time. I averaged them out with cadets. I spoke to cadets personally and they can prove, and it all went back to the boss. And obviously something the boss saw of me and could see that I took it under my belt and worked on my TR.
That's good. Now, how did it feel when you got promoted to Flight Sergeant?
When I got flight, well at the time it was me and two other sergeants. When I got told my interview was up, it felt good to know that. But obviously, it's a lot of work you've got to do. And while obviously still am flight sergeant, I like the rank because you can look at the NCO team and help them, because I like to help the NCOs, and I'm very keen on corporals. Making sure corporals, I especially focus on corporals because I think that's the hardest rank. I mean, out of the 3 ranks that I've been, corporal was hands down the hardest, so I have a lot of time for the corporals, and that's something that...
There's a lot of responsibility for that.
Definitely.
So, what would you say are your biggest achievements? Have you got a top 3?
Well, when I first joined, I looked at the Cadet Warrant Officer at the time, which was Cadet Warrant Officer Draper, and I thought one day I want to be that. And I'm on my way. Hopefully one day I can become a Cadet Warrant. So I'd say obviously being promoted is #1 hands down.
Okay.
Because it's something that I've always wanted to do. #2 would be flying. Something I've wanted to do as a teeny kid. I've always wanted to fly, and I've got to do that. So not one flight sticks out. All the times I've been flying have been as good. And #3, probably generally in general camps that I've been on. I've been on Isle of Wight, a few summer camps, adventurous training camps as well, at Lambeda, places like that. No matter where it is, it's a brilliant week or weekend that I did. RAF Benson sticks out for me, where I got to fly in a Merlin helicopter, and I went on that camp not knowing anyone, and I come off with 30 new friends. So they'd be my top 3.
Good. Okay. Now, what would you, in terms of advice, give to new cadets that have just started?
Well, I do give advice to new cadets. I always make sure that I'm the first NCO that they talk to, and I want them to know who I am and that I'm here to help them. And I always say, if you work hard, we see that cadets work hard, and it's definitely work hard, get your first 9 exams passed, and get on as many camps, flying all experiences you can, because whatever you put in, you get out twice as much. What
would you say is the main memory that sticks in your head that sums up your time as an air cadet?
Probably we do something called Western Park Horse Trials. So it was November. We got there on a Friday night. It was raining. We were all hungry. 6 of us just pulled up a tent, got in, put on a hexi burner, just sat round and had a laugh all night before working on the Saturday. So it would definitely just be, the experience of just being together, having a laugh. Then that sticks out for me, because that was a good night that sticks out for some reason. We were still sat around and just chatting. Yeah, that was something. Waking up cold the next morning. But
yeah.
That's what cadets is all about. So yeah.
Okay. Now, final question: would you do it all again?
No. Yes, I would. Yeah, I wouldn't. If the day when I have to leave, I won't want to, but I'll know that hopefully I've completed what I want to do. Hopefully I'd have got Cadet Warrant Officer in that time, and I would definitely do it all over again. And maybe I'd change some things of what I've done, but I'd definitely redo it with the same people as well, because everyone's been brilliant. So yes, I would.
Thank you very much, Flight Sergeant.
No problem.